Hi everyone, welcome to Murphy's Law Garage. If I look hot and sweaty and a little perturbed, it's because, well, I've been doing a lot of suspension work on my Mustang in this heat. This is the last video in the series, and it is replacing your vertical links. Here's the factory one with all of that nasty rubber, and here is our beautiful BMR vertical link. Why does this work better? Well, clearly, this is like an H-beam rod on an engine. It's very thick, very stout. This very thin stamped steel unit likes to flex here right at the head in the middle. And well, clearly, it's surmounted with a bunch of rubber. This guy's got Delrin. It's going to hold still. Now, this is super easy to replace. It's only going to take a minute. If you're curious about all this other junk that's on the counter, I also did BMR's toe arms. That video's already posted. Go check that out, the adjustable toe arms. I already did Keltrack's the toe bearings. That video's already up. Go check it. And I did BMR's lower control arm bearing. That video is also already up. Go check it out. Now, this video in particular is brought to you by Lorenzo. Lorenzo does Ortiz Racing. He has some really badass fast bikes, like carbon fiber, Hayabusa engine, turbos, nitrous. If you watched our Mod Nationals video, Lorenzo Ortiz and Ted, those were the guys we stayed with while we're at Mod Nationals. Well, Lorenzo's been awesome, and he sponsored some things here and there, and this is one of them because he really wanted me to get rid of this sloppy mess that's on my car. So thank you so much, Lorenzo at Ortiz Racing. Lorenzo also helped sponsor a more appropriate fire suit setup for when I was in the car because he was concerned about my safety. So awesome guy. Let's go ahead and get these guys in. The very first thing I'm going to do, and this is a personal preference thing, is I'm going to apply a little bit of silicone lube on the surfaces where the this Delrin touches the body, which is going to be here and here, as well as here. And you can put a little here, it won't hurt anything. This is a metal surface, just stop corrosion from happening. If these bushings are in here tight, that's a good thing. If they're very loose, you can actually put a little bit of silicone on them, not for lubrication, but just to keep them from falling out on you while you're working. The silicone won't hurt anything. It won't degrade to Delrin, anything like that. We're just making sure that we don't end up with any abrasive damage on the surface here, or a squeak as this moves if this ends up touching the subframe a little too hard, or the knuckle, that is. All right, here I am on the passenger side rear. Don't blink, this is going to go quick. Got a 15 mil bolt up here and a 18 mil bolt down low. Literally just going to buzz these two bolts out, and then we will be able to slip this guy out the top and out the bottom and be ready to slip in the new vertical link. Bringing you in for the money shot here. No, not that money shot. Get your mind out of the gutter. This makes it easier. I've got the top popped out. It just hops out of that dome that it's in. And I'm going to go ahead and put a pry bar on the bottom and send this guy all the way out. Of course, I'm doing this single-handed, and it'd been easier to move it, but there you go. Now, my vertical link is on the ground. Nice. Bushings look okay, though. Oh, no, never mind. Jeez. Bushings are not okay. All right. And we're going to jump right into putting this guy in. You see I've got a little bit of lube just on the rubber surfaces, the Delrin surfaces, excuse me. And this guy is just going to slip in here. Usually it's easiest to get at it from the front. Sometimes it's easiest from the top. I can't do this one-handed, so give me a second. Just find the right position where it's neutral, and it will slide in, and you'll be able to pop the dome in. All right, and just like that, it is back in the hole with its two bolts. Now, it can be very difficult to get the bottom to start. Sometimes you have to start the bottom first. Sometimes it's easier to do the top. You no longer have the rubber that used to be here that makes it very easy to flex this thing. So it can be somewhat difficult to get it to start. Don't be afraid if you need to put a pry bar right here and help push it in. You can grab inside the knuckle here, or you can tap on it using a mallet or a hammer. Just put a rag over whatever you're using to protect the finish as you tap it in. Now you might be asking, what's the torque specs? Well, this upper bolt, 76 foot-pounds, and the lower bolt is 129 foot-pounds. So once you've got those two torqued up, you can go ahead and put your wheel back on. Now, should you go to the alignment shop after doing this guy? I think most people say no, but I'm going to disagree with them. Because what used to be here was rubber and your car was aligned on that rubber, now that you've positively aligned this assembly to center using the Delrin or the metal bearing, whichever one you get, now you have the possibility that the alignment has in fact been thrown off. So I'm going to say go ahead and get an alignment. And heck, while you're at it, do some other fun things like adjustable tow arms and stuff like that, and all the other bearings you can replace in the system, like the videos that just came out before this, so that you get the alignment done just one time. All right, thank y'all for watching the video. As usual, we love you. God bless. Peace.
Dang it.